This is a good setup with the ORB right here. 5-minute kind of setup. Very typical. Again, the thing gapped up overnight, dropped, reclaimed the opening price and even the opening resistance, and off you go. That's an ORB setup. A very good one. That was a good one. We have, I think Tesla did a good one today. So I got to monitor this trade. It's already getting way up there. Shit, I should have put on 10,000 contracts. Whatever. Yeah, see that? Tesla was tricky, but you look at the open here as well. Now, Tesla was it a gap up also? Yeah, close here, gap. So even Tesla was a gap up, but Tesla didn't do the fallen angel kind of ORB. You can see at the first minute, it put in resistance there. Second minute, also resistance there. You can see the bottoms there, the tops there. That's your opening range. You can see where the wicks are. That kind of tells you a lot. Then the breakout. You're catching that breakout stop right below, and you're scalping it on the way up to the level. That's ORB stuff. So it's a different kind of ORB. This could have easily been a fallen angel. It just wasn't. It looks like it just broke through that 8 a.m. stuff, consolidation, and boom, off you go. So it's a different kind of ORB. Yeah. So fallen angel, to my eyes, and the way I've always seen it is an ORB kind of play. You typically wait. You never get it in the first 2 or 3 minutes, but after that is when I really see it coming together most of the time. So yeah, that was pretty good on, was it QBTS? And if you have volume, that's a key indicator. You'll have, again, gap up, sell off at first, reclaim the opening price, and where the bottom is, where the buyers are, the new big buyers coming in, volume should be in there. And then through the breakthrough, again, you should be watching the tape and watching those orders come in. At the same time, you'll see orders stacking up at round numbers, like 16 in this case, probably. You need to look at all these sorts of things if you're trading opening volatility, ORBs, opening momentum, all that. You'll have the moving averages there for confirmation, VOAP, all of those things. So I don't trade that stuff anymore. It's just a lot of work. But those are important things if you are trading this. Take a very good look at it. It's good. It's great. It works. All right, looking at this trade here, yeah, it's already in my favor quite nicely. Still another 80 cents to go until I can think about profits. I have to think about putting stops in. Dan, you had a question, right? Are you in here? Dan, you had a question. You posted it yesterday someplace, and I don't know where it is now, but want to bring it up? Where is the stop?
Yeah, good morning. I put a question in Discord. You talk about your meditation. Just interested in what kind of methods you use. Would you zone out there, playing the flute on the beach?
Mostly it's just polishing an F14 model or a Ferrari model. That's meditation for me. Just sitting there and polishing the damn thing. So to put it in very simple terms, I think we should take this one in reverse maybe. I use the method described in The Feeling is a Secret book by Neville Goddard. Again, that excellent read. I always recommend it. And really for me, I'm kind of doing two things at once. What they're talking about in that book is effectively the law of attraction stuff. You're putting energy out there in the world, therefore that's the energy you should be receiving as long as you believe in the process. Now, but to really do that, and you got to go into what is more, I guess, traditional meditation. So my method for that, after having made it simple, after many years of sitting there for 6 hours like a monk and feeling like an idiot, to make it very simple, first step, find a comfortable seat. Just get comfortable, mostly a lounge chair, lazy boy, whatever you like. You got to get comfortable. And that's super important because what you're trying to do really is you're trying to get yourself into a state of voluntary paralysis. So you got to be comfortable. If you're in a position where you got to stress your back or your neck or something, you're not going to get into that zone. So super comfortable. Oh, look at this thing. It's running. And then when you do that, close your eyes. Make sure you don't have a lot of brightness around you, sunlight or something. Wear sunglasses if you have to. And you got to focus on your breathing, as in just the nose, just the nostrils, air in, air out, in, out, in, out, just that. Simple. What that does is you're forcing yourself to focus. Now, what will happen, and I'm sure a lot of you experience this, I still get it all the time, is thoughts will come, whatever they are. And we have a habit, almost all of us have this habit of entertaining these thoughts, random thoughts, thoughts we don't like or like. It's not what's important. What's important is they come. Now we got to find a way to not entertain them. And the trick here is, again, going backwards, is to get back to focus on your breathing. Simple. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. You can even tell that to yourself silently. Once you're doing that, what you're doing is truly bringing your focus back. Your focus, kind of falls away without your noticing. Then you got to bring it back. But what's important is when you bring it back, when you do notice it, be like 5 minutes later, you realize, oh shit, last 5 minutes I've been thinking about whatever. And I was like, oh, that sucked. I'm no good. That's the problem. You can't be telling yourself I'm no good. That's the hard part. It's an ego thing. All you got to do is, if and when you catch yourself wandering, bring it back to the point of focus, which is the breath. And again, without judgment, without judging yourself. It's like, all right, fine. My thoughts went. I'm glad I caught it. Good. Now we're back. That's it. You got to do it that way, without judgment, without self-judgment. And now, what if you are able to do this for me? It's like even 2 minutes now, but typically, like, you're starting out 5 minutes. 5 minutes in, what you'll find is you're more consistently just focused on your breath. You'll find your body's getting more and more and more relaxed. So quite literally voluntary paralysis, but realistically, it's just you're so comfortable. You don't even want to twitch a finger. You're so comfortable. You're sitting on the chair, or whatever it is. Now, that's really great, because what you're doing is you're forcing focus, and you just do that 15 minutes, as in just on the breath, and not entertaining the mind. You see, and now doing that for 15 minutes, again, catching yourself every time without judging yourself, what you're doing is you're practicing awareness. You're really becoming more and more aware of the shit going on in your head. Every time you become aware of it, you bring it back. It's exercise. You're practicing awareness. You're exercising awareness. That's critical. That's what you're really trying to achieve with meditation. This is not that law of attraction stuff. That comes next. So, what was it? 593. Wow, this thing's a rocket ship going up. So you want to, you're trying to practice awareness, because what you really you want to achieve awareness. So when you're doing something like day trading or anything challenging, you don't want to be impulsive. You want to be well aware of your emotional state, of your mental state. You're feeling frustrated or you're feeling excited or whatever. You want to be aware of those things, because when you become aware of those things, what happens is you should tell yourself, okay, I should not act on those emotions or those impulses. I should stick to my rules or my trade book or whatever the thing is that you're doing, right? The discipline, stick to it. So achieving awareness helps you stay disciplined. That's the goal of it. You just practice that every day, 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day. It's amazing. Now you just start wandering around your life, being aware of what's going on in your head rather than being aimless, which is what most of the world's population truly is. So that's the meditation side of it. The feeling is the secret stuff comes next after that. Then you start putting you put intentional thoughts and emotions in your subconscious, and that's other stuff. But that's the simplest form of it. There are many, many more other ways to do it. There are like guided meditations and stuff like that. I've gone through a lot of those and gone through these retreats in India and all that stuff. All of that, again, is not 80-20. It's just a lot of work without much result. So this works beautifully. For me, I do it voluntarily just because I want to do it, sometimes 30 minutes, an hour, just because I enjoy it. It's become like that. At first it's hard because you have to sit still, you have to stay focused, or rather keep capturing your own focus. So it's tricky for most people in the beginning, but just like anything new is difficult until you build it up. So that's that. That's how I
Does the frequency of these random thoughts reduce over time, and how long does it take for you or people in general?
How long to get into the zone of capturing my own breath or getting comfortable? I lost it there for a minute.
Because I'm thinking the whole point of the exercise is to reduce the frequency of these random thoughts entering your mind to get you away from being in the present. So with the practice, does it help you to reduce the frequency of these random thoughts?
Oh yeah, it helps a lot. It's tremendous. It's tremendous. It's like, when you're going for a little walk out in nature, and you should be observing the birds in the trees and all the pretty stuff out there, the sunlight, but rather than that, you're thinking about the mortgage or that piece of shit trade or that or whatever. I mean, you're not thinking about it, but that's the thoughts. Those are the things coming to you, right? Now, the thing is, once you've been doing this regularly, like I said earlier, you start moving through your life, being aware of what's going on in your head. And truly, when you're doing that, what you end up doing more and more, and I've noticed this about me, is you end up living in the moment, really. So I'm observing the wind and the birds and the trees when I'm having a walk. I'm not thinking about candlesticks or something. I'm just not. It starts to happen quite naturally. But just like anything, to get there, I think you need consistency. I began on this, I would say 2016, 2015, when I started getting exposed to this sort of thing. But I think it was 2020 or 2021 when I really got more immersed in it. So that's been some years now. And I can't tell you at what point I started to notice a genuine impact, but it's been a few years now. So I would suggest even just 3 weeks or 4 weeks of doing it every day, you'll probably start to feel the change already. But again, the key is discipline every day. Put aside 10 minutes to begin with every day. 10 minutes will be challenging, I promise. But just put aside 10 minutes. And that's more powerful than studying another fucking indicator or something, really. That'll bring you a lot more results. So,
hey, Avi.
Anyway.
This, I'm sorry, I just got in. Is this from that book, The Feeling is the Secret?
It's just one piece of it. I think it, gosh, I can't remember. Yes, it is. Yes. You're right. It is. It's a small piece of it. It's like the first piece. And the second piece is then auto-suggestion, which is talking to your subconscious once you have access to it. But that's the second part. But I have learned this from other places as well. So this is the method I've arrived at. I don't really know if it's precisely described like this in the book. I can't remember exactly.
Sorry to be annoying, but since I just got in, could you give me a 60-second summary of how you do this? You've got the lawn chair, and then you've got the breathing, and
Yep. Just a moment. This hold on, I'm just gonna manage the risk on this trade.
Yeah.
Just real quick. Put the
Just to bounce off what you said afterward, Avi.
Just a moment. Yeah, it's pulling back. I just tighten my stop a little just to make sure.
And that'll let you answer to
Yeah.
you.
All right. So yeah,
just
a quick thing on meditation, real quick. You got to get comfortable. Focus on your breath and not avoid, but whenever you find your mind thinking about anything else, bring it back to your breath, as in nostrils in and out. And you're putting yourself into a real comfort zone, as in physically comfortable. First, find your lazy boy chair or whatever, sit down and get focused on your breath. And the monkey mind will have its say. It'll come and want to attack you with thoughts. All you got to do is just bring your thoughts back to your breath without having an ego about it. That's the hard part. So without judging yourself, saying, "Oh, that was stupid. I went and thought about that." No, don't worry about it. You just catch yourself and actually celebrate it. Oh, look at me. I caught myself thinking about what I don't want to think about. And you just bring it back. And then you do that for a few minutes. You get into a state of real comfort. Your body gets totally relaxed. And then all you're really doing is focusing on your breath. And every time it wanders off, just bring it back. Just bring it back. Just bring it back. 10 or 15 minutes with an alarm clock. And then you're building awareness.
That's it.
That's it.
So,
That's
Avi, what I do is similar. I try to count my breaths to 10. If any thoughts enter my mind before I get to 10, I start back at 0. I never got past 5.
All right. That's interesting. I never heard that one before. I like it. Go back to 0. Brilliant.
But again, Avi, you can spend 6 hours a day meditating, but but if you're not doing it properly, nothing will happen. It's not a question of hour, not a question of time. Of course, if you meditate 6 hours a day, you're going to have much different results, if you do it properly. So ultimately, it's not a matter of quality. I mean, it is a matter of quality overall, because depending on how you're managing your meditation and how you're handling, how long have you been doing it for. So it takes a while, of course it is.
Yeah, definitely. And I've done that whole hours and hours a day thing, retreats and stuff. There's a good reason I don't do it anymore. You want a good impact.
Yeah, because you never know, depending on how you do it,
Yeah.
If you don't do it properly, of course, the 6 hours is going to be a waste of time, if you're not going to meditate the right path.
Yeah, do it right. And then if you truly are struggling, I mean, that guided meditation stuff, I guess it works. I don't know. There's apps and stuff on Spotify, but I struggle to trust any of that. If you want, really find a good meditation guru, I can introduce you to one if you want. At least he got me started on this stuff. Oh, that's a good pullback. And so I'll recommend that. It's good. But yeah, you want to get to a point where it's effective. And 80-20, I always talk about 80-20, right? Make sure it's in a way that you can do it regularly without getting all tense about it. Oh my gosh, I gotta sit for 6 hours. That's a pain. You want to enjoy it, So I think you got to find that. So for me to enjoy it means 80-20. If it's efficient, I like it. 10 minutes, man. It's nothing.
But actually, if you're doing it properly, you won't feel the 6 hours.
No, you don't. I sit down for 45 minutes. Even today, I think I was out for like almost an hour. I was literally gone to some other planet earlier today. I was like, oh, it was great. I just enjoyed it. It was fun. Yeah, Dave, go ahead.
Yeah, did you ever listen to Sadhguru?
Yeah, that guy's a bit of a clown, isn't he?
He is, but like his things are pretty good. The way he does it.
Yeah, I don't know. I've hardly paid attention. I don't know too many details about what he does, but Osho is the one I've been exposed to more, which makes more sense to me. But overall, I think all of these guys overcomplicate the matter. None of them understood the 80-20 principle. They're all clowns. So,
yeah, Osho was like a different level, like so.
Yeah,
was good.
I mean, I liked listening to a lot of his discourses. For a while, I was listening to a lot of those old recordings. So just listening to like his approach to life and how rebellious he is against society and all that, I think it was great. I actually learned a lot. I apply a lot of that stuff, but that's all like intellectual stuff. On the meditation side, he had like 20 different techniques, and they were all complicated. And that's why I've been to those retreats and stuff in places like Goa and all that. But that's not sustainable, not for me. I'm way too impatient for that. I'm not going to sit there for hours. I want to meditate a little bit, then I want to go day trade, then I want to enjoy with my family. I got a life to live. I'm not going to sit there in a cave meditating my whole life.
Nice.
So, yeah. So that's what I believe. Oh, this spy is such a pain in the ass today. Gosh. The best thing to do is just put a wide stop and leave it. But it's just options contracts. That's the only problematic part about this. But all right, when it goes, it goes. We know that. It's worth it. Rachel, Dave asked about Osho, O-S-H-O. No, sorry, Sadhguru. It's like watching a Bollywood actor, Sadhguru. All drama.
You're a bit hard, Avi. You're a bit hard. You're being harsh with it. You're being harsh.
I'm being harsh. I'm being opinionated.
Yeah, definitely.
That's my opinion.
I think the guy is pretty good. Yeah, he's good, and is definitely an awakened being. I'm sure he is.
All right, no, cool. And if you like what he talks about, if it resonates with you,
Yeah,
then
I'm not following him, but I think it makes sense. It's sensical. Definitely does. And I think he's a as I say, he's an awakened being for sure, 100%. There's some of them out there,
There's some, yeah.
Always been. But when you talk about Goa, like for me, like in the universal type of how do you say it? Would you say it? It's kind of totally cycle. You know what I mean?
Cycle?
Goa, it's related to cycle. You know what I mean? It's like a weird and kind of high stuff.
Oh, so, it's a bit of a shit show. I know.
Yeah, it's kind of related to 70s stuff. Kind of.
Yeah, it's hippie town. I know.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna get into it.
I've been there, man. I've spent time there. I know what it's all about. It's okay when you're young, you can have your fun, but no. So people take this stuff too far and start getting trippy and all kinds of stuff. I think people lose touch with reality. I mean, again, that's for me. That's my opinion. I have a very firm need for balance in my life. I got responsibilities and goals and things like that I like to do. I'm very ambitious. So I can't go and get myself lost in a place like Goa for years and years. It's not my thing.
Yeah, and Goa is very related to Hinduism.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what it's become nowadays. Hinduism and all, I mean, that's become also big, a lot of corruption around it. There was Rishikesh and all that, those temples. Even that's just become a tourist hotspot at this point.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
It's hard to find reality in all this stuff these days. It's a lot of hocus pocus. I stopped trying. I have bigger things to do. Figure out, just 80-20, man. If things are simple and they give you maximum reward, then that's what you need. I don't care where it's from or what it is.
Yeah, black sheeps everywhere, man. But that doesn't mean that the whole thing is, like corrupted.
Avi, can I ask about a spy? It dropped quickly. What was your strategy? Did you type your exit, or did you?
Yeah, my exit now is down here. It was down here when I entered. Now it's below the green area. And let's see, once it breaks through here, 594 is definitely a de-risking zone. I'll probably take half off or more. We'll see what time it does that, because I have time decay. And that's that for now. And then let's see, the next level up is there. So I want to see if I can get it. And even there, like, I'm really, like, today's setup is so good, where the opportunity long is here and the opportunity long is here also. Both setups are good on the 30 minutes. So let this thing get there. At that point, I can close this trade. And if I'm in the mood for it, I'll open another one up there. But for now, it's just, it's taken a hell of a long time just to get moving, to find these buyers from down here. They're there. You can see them stepping up, but still struggling to get moving.
Can you project your trading screen, please?
Yeah, where is it? Yeah, we used it because we're looking at other charts, but I'll bring this up. If we want to look at other tickers, let me know, guys. I'll change the screen. I got to keep this trading screen open because I'm in this position. Where is it? Man, these stops are just complicated on these contracts, huh? Okay. You can see the impact of the contract here. You see the low here? It's down here. And the price is far from it, but not on the contract. It's already there. I would be just at about break even if I was just on SPY, but because of this contract, it's weird. So anyways, that's why I don't know where to put the stop on the contract. I'm watching it here. So it's down below the green line. If that stops, no big deal. Wait for it. Let's see if there's something else in this. Again,
But you'd more or less be willing to take a sort of a larger loss if, because of the decay, if the price action is still good on the underlying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing about options. You got to be flexible with your risk. That's why people ask me, what's 1R? For me, it's like approximately 50K is 1R. Approximately. It could end up being 30. It could end up being 70. I don't know. Depending on how long it takes to go and which contract I take and all that stuff. I have no idea. So you just gotta let it sit.
Yeah. So Avi, can you tell us what you're at the good? You've been drawing these green lines. So what the one that are being displayed are related to?
So the green line here, the bottom one, I saw these two tweezer tops here, right here, and then a breakout. And it went through. So that, which happened to also be very firm support until it broke through and then it came through again. But I'm really interested in it. You can even see here it went back and it's been holding above that line. So right now I'm holding just below that, basically halfway between these lines as a stop. So that's the first one.
Okay.
The next one is this 30-minute firm resistance area yesterday, which you can see it bounced off was support as well, which is here. And you can see even today, which is, sorry, is it here? Which one is it?
Not sure.
I'm lost. Which one is it? It's here. Yeah. It's this one. Yes. It's this one. You can see it became decent resistance intraday. And look at the big breakout that happened recently. It happened through there. So that's an interesting area. And then the next one up is just the absolute high. When it broke here, I was looking at that. This was the absolute high of day. Just
yesterday or today?
Right now. Look on the 1 minute chart. Right here. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. And so, that was interesting. You can see the activity right there. So it's all very interesting.
It gives you like some in between lines, which is pretty
cool. Yeah. I just want to make sure that I'm not interacting with them too close. Too far off my level. I don't want to put on new risk, but I'll look at them as areas of trouble. So up here, this high of day is important. 594. You can see that. That was very firm. So I'll put a line there. So let it get up there, and I want to de-risk it. I've taken the 594 contract. It'll probably be in this 1.1 zone when it gets there, depending on how long it takes. But yeah,
because there's no way to go, between two Fibonacci lines. Sometimes it's kind of empty.
Yeah, most of them for me are just looking at where to de-risk or tighten the stop. That's how I use these levels in between, just to get a little bit more precision. But today, I gotta say, it's one of those days where looking for precision is a difficult exercise. You just gotta go off your levels. Like even now, I've moved my stop in tighter, but it's not really the smartest idea because it could easily bounce around and then go. If I was just in the SPY, I probably wouldn't have done it. I would just sit here. But just because of the options, if I wait for it, it's going to be down at like 50 cents, and then it'll be another, like, I don't know, a 6-figure loss on a single trade. There's no point doing that. I'd rather stop out for a 50 or 70K and then come back later.
It gives you clues, but does it give you you're still targeting the Fibonacci line, the next Fibonacci line, aren't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, the big one is there. But as you can
Oh.
see in between, there's areas where once it reclaims an area, you don't need to hold it if it drops below. So you want to be careful.
Mm. Thank you, Avi Guru. We
Yeah.
we are your mentees, your praying mentees.
Praying. What are you praying for, damn it?
Oh man.
You're funny, man. You're funny. Cracking me up all the time. Oh man. Let's see what happens here, huh? Gotta play the levels, gotta play the price action, gotta trust it. I mean, everything is still upwards. All the bottoms are just getting higher and higher in a healthy way. It's just getting messy once it goes higher. Sit and wait, sit and wait, sit and wait, sit and wait, sit and wait. It's a lot of sit and wait today. So who else wants to talk about much? Katie, you're hungover from yesterday? It was Monday yesterday. What are you doing? Or are you talking about the market hangover? Yeah, the market's in this range inside. I get it. There is all that. That's smaller picture stuff though. Go from one level to the next. Oh well. These are great. I've taken these trades regularly recently. Just this kind of trade. We'll just let it run. If it doesn't, okay. Take it tomorrow. Sorry, go ahead. Who said
what does it mean when people say that there's a market hangover? I don't even know what that means.
Too much scotch or vodka.
Well, in real life, I know what that means.
Yeah, what that means. Now, what you see yesterday was a big bullish day, right? Directional. And the next day it's just tired. It's relaxing. It was directional, ran a lot. Now it's like, no, I'm done. Can't do much today.
Okay.
That's what hangover. Tired.
That's
all. Yeah, not much in it. Look at the daily stuff. Yeah, just getting into that high of 2 days ago, man. That's a key level. Yesterday I took the ad on that area, but even Eamon and I were talking about it yesterday. That break of that area, that's the hot one. It might just go up to the next level, just bouncing here. I don't know. For now, it's just really just bouncing around, not doing anything. That resistance, that was a good one. Got the breakthrough there. Got the bounce off of there. Yeah, it's inside. Again, I was telling you guys earlier, like if it comes down here, this is an area where I really want to take a good, strong long. I mean, today, whatever happens, I have long opportunities at pretty much every level. Where it is here, where I've taken this trade so far, the next one, this one further down is even more conviction. Like these are all long opportunities in my view. So unfortunately, the place where I'm taking it now, so far, we're what, 2 hours into the day. Nothing's really making its way up. Not yet, at least. So gotta wait and see. There is more to be had, more to play with. And every time it comes down and stops me out, it just makes a new low, a higher low, which is interesting. Every time it's happened so far, every time today. So now I've moved my stop into here, which should be down here, but the pattern so far is just higher lows, which is really tricky. Again, I have to keep the stop down here just because of this disintegration. You see, this thing is just dying, and it's going to expire at 0. Unless it passes 594, this whole thing's going to go to 0. Anyways, what else is on your mind, guys? It's meant to be a candlestick session, or candlelight session, whatever you want to call it. All right, where are we? Okay, we're getting close to that stop area now. 592.75. Let's see the bounce there. You see the bounce earlier? Right about there. That's what I'm really looking at. A smaller picture. Levels. 75.9275. I took this with the idea that it's got more wiggle room, but I've tightened up the wiggle room again just because of expiry stuff. There you go. It didn't break the 75 level, 75 cent level. It did break my original stop, which was down here, right? That probably would have stopped out. But again, this is the effect of time decay. If this closes a good hammer, it's a good place to add. Ooh, it's a good place to add. Very difficult to add, though. Well, it's not a good hammer. Still sellers here. But again, look at this. Higher low from there. Just about in that vicinity, that previous low. This has been the pattern today. From down here, just getting higher. And with this pop down and up, this was the entry. Like with these buyers down here who were so aggressive, that was the real entry. And you see now on the SPY chart, you would be able to move your stop to just below this candle. On the options, where are you going to move it to? And the stop's down here. You can't really, make decisions on these options charts. It's got to be on these charts. I miss the days when I used to just put it on and leave it for an hour and not watch it. But that's not the case these days. Not with this stuff.
Avi,
This destroys. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if I look to pick the patterns, but for example, in this situation, I see a head and shoulders formation in 1 minute candles.
Yeah, up there. Yeah.
So I don't know, is it better to wait for the confirmation to break the pattern, or I don't know. For example, for in my opinion, if I see this pattern, and I am long, I will go out. No, so what do you think?
Well, yeah, you gotta see on your trade book. What does it say? For me, it's pay attention to the 30-minute. That's the most important. That's the priority. So I'm not gonna make decisions on the 1 minute, no matter what. I've done that before, and I've gotten chopped up plenty, and I've made lucky money plenty, and I've lost money also stupidly a lot. So again, but that's my trade book. You got to decide, what does your trade book tell you? Is it the 1 minute head and shoulder pattern? Does that have a place in your trade book, a decision point? If it does, okay. If you believe in it, okay. Here comes a stop. I think. Let's see if it bounces here again. This is aggressively going down, but let's see. Oh, that's it. I'm out of here. Come on, break. There you go. Very difficult to stop. You see the liquidity? Even there, you got to be more flexible. It took a while to stop out. Hit the button like 4 times to actually get out of a position. Anyways, all right. It's a great big mess up here. What's interesting down here is that even though these highs are getting, these lows are getting higher, it's all good, but it keeps bumping itself on that level, which is encouraging for a short. But again, I'm not going to make that decision. I know the buyers are down here. So put a line there just to be aware of it. All right, no position for now. Again, see with the options, with just the SPY, your stop would be below this candle. That's where it was originally, and you'd survive all this. You'd still be in it. We'll stop out a little later. But with the contracts, look at this. This decay is so terrible. Holding for about something like 45 minutes, it just decays, right? This is the problem. So far, nothing has worked yet. But the setups are all there. It's still early. Still 4 hours. Whatever. The market's still here tomorrow as well, right? So let's see. All right. Who else has got stuff on your minds? We might end these sessions. You guys never put any questions in here. I'm looking. There's nothing here. That was good stuff on meditation. Thanks, Dan and Piyush, and you guys who asked about it. That's powerful stuff. That's what keeps your head on your shoulders.
You still do it daily? Or more or less?
Yeah, daily, a couple times a day if I'm in the mood for it. Yeah, I like it.
Nice.
It's a matter of enjoyment.
Yeah, I had a question, but it's more like related to my trade book.
Yeah.
I trade the breakout continuations. And there's one more setup that's also more like a breakout continuation, but in that pattern, the stock it may come down or go up, and then it starts the range as it did on AMD. Can you open the chart of AMD?
Yeah.
possible.
I'm gonna keep these charts up, so I gotta keep an eye on these levels. But I'll share the other charts so we can look at other things. Because I really gotta keep an eye here. There are opportunities on this. All right. AMD, yeah. All right. So breakout continuation. What are you talking about here?
So it came down and then it started the range below.
Yeah.
No, this one around at 9:45 all the way to 10:40 something.
Yeah,
This
this
was
whole
going higher, and then it broke out. There was a Fibonacci level over here, right here, yes, and then it
okay.
broke out of that level. Then it came down. We tested that. I took the entry there, and it got stopped out. Would you suggest me something of a higher time frame, which might help me in not getting chopped? Because I'm getting chopped a lot last few days.
Yeah. I see what you mean. Well, I always go straight to the 30. And let me remove this stuff. Where is it? There we go. So the 30, and you're saying you're getting chopped. All right, let's look at it. The truth is, you see this consolidation and then the breakout of the consolidation. That is maybe the opportunity. Maybe. I'd still be careful with that. But
Yes.
getting involved here, either long or short, I don't see much. I would only think of, a reversal happened. And let me think. Reversal, I take this sometimes, but really it's not. One thing I'm careful of with these reversals, let's say it bounced off and goes to the next level, you take the continuation of that reversal going long.
Yes.
But one thing I'm careful of is you're going into previous activity. You wouldn't consider this that continuation of the reversal, or even here it would be difficult to do that. It might still work, but it's quite tricky. So, for example, instead, if it was truly very weak and it came down to this level or further down, and then you're taking the reversal happens here, and then you take the long from this 112.53 area, that continuation of the reversal. That makes sense. I could do something like that.
Okay, so for these reversals, I should be careful about the cross at least 2 or 3 levels so that it has that room of going back.
Yeah, give it room. And when it does that, what you've basically seen is that it's super bearish for the first 2 hours of the day or something. It really has gone. Then it's gone away from all of this stuff, and it's reversing. That's on a 30-minute picture. It looks like it's reversing, but on a bigger picture, it might be just a bounce off of this breakout. This was a breakout, and this is just a retest down at 110.75, for example. You might see stuff like this. But one thing you want to try and avoid, to make it easy, don't make it complicated, make it easy, fractal patterns. Avoid going into where it's been a mess. Like in here, you don't want to be in here. In here, it doesn't look that great either. So unless you're trading momentum, which, that's a different story. So be careful with this stuff. I'd be very careful.
And could you also open the chart for Amazon for yesterday?
Amazon. Okay, yesterday. What do we got yesterday?
Yes.
You got levels.
So, I took a long yesterday, and
Where's your long?
In the first 30 minutes. And after that, it came down, and I took another long.
Took a long, and you got stopped out because they didn't want to go.
This is today.
Yeah. This is. Oh, sorry. Gosh, I can't even see. That's today. So yesterday was long. Did you catch it early? Like the break of the 8 a.m. candle? That would have been here. That would have been decent.
I waited for it. So I waited for it to come back to that, and then I took that.
Okay, so did that all within the first 30 minutes, breakout, retest on the 1 minute, off you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I took another long at around 204.5. So it came back again, and then yes,
I bounce off there and go. Yeah. So you have the high of day area. The previous, I mean, it's telling you there was serious selling here. And sure enough, when it got into that zone again, you want to de-risk it there. If you have a
Yeah.
target overhead, you de-risk it. So that makes sense. 30-minute stuff makes sense over here. On the 1 minute, you probably see it bounce off and go. All that activity, right? All the reversal trading on the 1 minute. You probably see that in here.
But I think I should have avoided that, seeing the price the day before yesterday, right? Because there was a
Oh yes, this. Yeah.
price action over there.
Yes, you can see it was messy. It was messy.
Yes.
Same place. Yeah, that's there. That's there. That's where you want to be careful. Also,
Sometimes
if you're looking at this breakout, also, I want to see a consolidation before the breakout on a 30-minute. So there's a lot of reasons to stay away from this long. Yeah, good. You saw that. Yeah. This is the breakout here and went back. Yeah, good reasons not to get involved in this area. But down here, it made sense. It's not an ideal consolidation, but it made sense.
I think I'm getting confused because sometimes I take trades that I should not have taken according to my trade book, and then get profits from them, and then get stick to the wrong.
Yep. Well, we all do that, unfortunately, and that's the discipline part. That's the awareness part, right? You gotta stick to your rules, otherwise you're gonna end up in positions and situations that are, just gonna blow your account up. Why would you do that? You don't want to do that, right? So be super careful with all that. Don't blow shit up. So stick to your rules. If your rules say stay out of it, then stay out of it. Come back to
What do you suggest? Like some of the levels I should be careful at, along with the Fibonacci levels, for taking de-risking positions and.
To make it easy, especially on these Mag 7 things that don't really gap around a lot, use the previous 2 days highs and lows. I find those very easy to use because, the high is absolute resistance. You know what it is. The low is support. You know what it is. That's it. You're not messing around with what is PDC. Is it support? Is it resistance? You don't really know. You have to watch it. So using the previous 2 days highs and lows will give you some good insight, especially when they align with the Fibonacci levels. Now you got something.
Okay.
In that case, Avi, isn't it like a V-shaped recovery that will be following a morning flush?
Well, today, Amazon?
Yeah.
Today.
No, I'm not talking about the one yesterday. The one yesterday. The one yesterday.
Yeah. Well, it's not a V. It made 2 bottoms here. See that came down bottom and then bottom, then go. So yeah, nice little double bottom kind of setup.
That kind of a V stuff, but followed by a bullish type of consolidation, and then like a big pop up, strong reversal panel.
Yeah, that's a decent reversal if you like to look at that. I mean, but then you don't have levels there. See, all the patterns are good. I think that the reversal setup on Amazon looks decent, yesterday's one. But you got to make sure you're looking at it's doing it off of a serious level, a level you believe in, and whatever that happens to me. That's what I like to see. Otherwise, I don't like it. I really want it to be at a good level.
And how are you supposed to use these green lines? Because they can be maybe a bit confusing because there are a lot of them. So how should we use them?
Well, these are Fibonacci levels that I've put on the chart at the moment here on Amazon.
The green one?
Yeah, just now. These ones.
Okay, sorry. I thought it was the burgundy one that you're using.
Yeah. No, just on this chart, just for this.
Okay, yeah, sorry. But you let's talk about the previous chart we've been watching prior to that Amazon one. The one I think it was like Spire or Tesla, I don't remember. The one you were spotting right before. But there was
This is today on Tesla.
Yeah. I don't know what was the ticker you were looking at?
I think we were looking at AMD, right? Today.
Yeah, there was a lot of green lines back then, so I was wondering.
No. I have it on the SPY chart. Just I'm looking at intra levels.
But there might be the SPY. There you go. There might be the SPY. So how should we use them? Can you display?
Yeah. So I'm putting these lines just to help me
There you go.
de-risk some of these positions. That damn thing wants to go now. Look at that. Stop me near the bottom and go. I should have just left my stop where it was.
So you're using them when you're into the position.
All right. So the key is I don't like to open trades at these green lines. I open them only at the burgundy lines. It's
Okay.
only these green lines I think a little bit about de-risking. Or if I'm in a trade, de-risking as in just bring my stops in tighter, which sometimes allows me to add more size depending on the situation. But typically, I don't start a new trade at these green lines unless the green lines are right next to the level, very close. Today is a bit tricky. It's not really all there. So that's how I use them. And I only put them on like after the open, after I see something interesting. Like over here, I saw yesterday we got resistance, it was breakout. So there's something interesting going on there. And then even this one, this was pretty dramatic. You can see this was resistance. You got the breakout, then it bounced off it, right? Pretty cool there. This is just the low of today. This is just the high of today. This was that previous high of today. So you can see there's a lot of stuff going on in here. It's a lot of choppy mess. So at this point now, and I've made a few attempts to get long, but it's proven to me in the last 2 hours that it's going to struggle. It's a mess down here. And so I'll just wait for it to get through. Either it gets through there and I'll take it, or it gets out of there, and then we'll find out what happens later at those levels.
So you're using them mostly to partial in or out?
Pretty much. De-risking. Okay. The main targets, the main entries and targets are still the Avi levels. This is just looking for a little precision, just to help with risk management.
Okay. Sensible. Okay, thank you.
All right. What else we got, guys? Spy just wants to run away. Look at this thing. It did that earlier. I was in this and then got it out of break even. And I was in this from here, but didn't survive this pullback. And now it's going. Very tricky. Almost 12, guys. Anything else? Anything else on your minds?
Nope. Thanks.
Thursday, we're doing the mentee webinars. Ant-Man is doing the first one. Asgard did a couple for us with the DOS setup and all that. But this Thursday, we're going to have Ant-Man coming in with his strategy, which is really interesting, very different from what you see me do all the time. So it's going to be good exposure. That'll be at 12:30 Eastern in here. I'll put the link for us. So that'll be fun. And I think the week after, we have Lovepreet. Is that right, Lovepreet? Are you doing it?
Yeah.
The following Thursday. Cool. And so anyone who wants to share something, you got something you'd like to share, you'd like to present, we'll come on in here, take about 1 hour, and we'll record it. Just let Jackie know. Just message her, and she'll make sure that everything's clean and good to go.
Who's jumping in the session tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'm not here. Tomorrow we're trading live at the open, and then I'm in BBT, in the webinar.
Yeah, no, but then at the open, that's where our
tomorrow.
session.
Yeah. I think we have Peter with us tomorrow.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I think it's Peter this week and Lenny on Friday. Yeah. So a whole lot of fun. Yeah. Get all the characters. Great big mess, huh? Great big mix. Cool. All right, guys, that's 12. I'm going to take a break. And come back in about an hour and then see if there's something. Otherwise, I'll come back tomorrow and see if there's
See you
something.
later, Avi.
Cool. Take it easy, guys.
Thanks, Avi.
Thank you, Avi.
Thanks,
Talk
Avi.
soon, guys. See us.